Okay, so I got like a ton of these like
Hello Kitty stickers from
like random shops that I've like been around these past couple of weeks. So I got those, and I also have like these really cute nail stickers. I guess they're really cute for stars. So now I'm just gonna try and see like what would kind of suit my iPad right now. Okay, so this is just a speed up video of me just decorating my iPad. I don't know why I was like so concentrated. Probably just because I was just really like into it. Also, you see me looking at like my screen sometimes. That's just me finding inspo, but I only found like one good one. So now I'm gonna be giving you a little tour of my iPad as a high school student. I thought that this would be useful as you guys could kind of see like what a typical high school student has on an iPad. So just let me just screen record now. Okay, first I just have some basic stuff like widgets on my home screen, like nothing too special. I have the time and that's basically it. In terms of like my actual home screen though, I do have a couple things like widgets. So I'll quickly go through that with you guys now. So this little camcorder one, the calendar one, and the vinyl one, they're all from the same app called Ice Cream. It's really to use and it's free, so can't go wrong with that. These four widgets are all from Widgetsmith. It's really simple to use and it's good if you just want to put some photos from Pinterest onto your screen. I do have this nice little daily reminders widget. It just has some 5 daily affirmations and kind of like reminders. In terms of apps, I do have a few, so I'll go through that. The first one is my Pinterest one. Here you can kind of see like my whole personality and aesthetic like just capsulated into a feed, I guess. It's not that special. Here I have my Spotify account, so I just have a ton of artists on there. I made some study playlists which I will link in the description if you guys. Okay, so the moment that everyone has been waiting for, study apps. So I have basically just 3 main ones that I use when it comes to studying. The first one being Google Docs, the second one being Freeform, and the third one being GoodNotes. So I'll go through that with you guys right now. Okay, so this is an example of one of the notes that I've done for science, and I'll basically just go through like the structure that I use to make my notes. So here I have my chapter number, here I have my title, here I have my content outline. So this basically is just what's going to be tested in the test, so I make sure that I'm not missing anything during that, because I have a really big fear of just missing stuff when it comes to studying for tests. Here I kind of just explain what's in the content outline, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Here I just kind of follow the same thing with the content outline and I explain that. Here's another example of my notes. So here I just have my chapter number again, my title, and my key question. For HAS, our school is really weird. Like, it's not really specific on what we have to exactly study, and it mostly just has a few points. So I just try to make those points into just long notes like these, and I just kind of follow that through with every subject. Okay, so the next app that we have that I mainly use for studying is Freeform. So since I have a new iPad now, I actually have no of my previous mind maps left. But if you guys don't already know what Freeform is, it's basically an app that you can use just to like write mind maps. So here, it's really simple to use. Like, you just like draw and write on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show some example of sort of like mind maps that you guys can do, but basically all you just kind of do is just think of a chapter or concept that you're going to be tested on in the test, and you just blurt it all out. The final app I have is GoodNotes. Okay, so the final app I have for studying is GoodNotes. So I don't really have much when it comes to this, but I'll just go through with you right now. So here I just have my basic notes. I just did this one quickly before filming just because all my previous notes got deleted on my iPad. But here you can kind of see that I've done something similar to what I did on Google Docs, where I had my chapter number, title, and kind of like the information that goes in. Since this is for English, there really isn't like a much specific thing. We have to know a lot of structures, so I decided I would make my notes on that. And here I just have a film poster since that's what we're analyzing, and have a short answer because I kind of got bored of making one. But also a fun fact is that my cousin actually used GoodNotes, and he's like really smart, so I'm sure that this will be a really good app as well. And that's it for the tour. I really hope that you guys learned a thing or two, and I'll see you after I test the capabilities of this iPad. Okay, so here's just a random video of me just playing Roblox, specifically Bloxburg. Don't ask why I chose that game, because I don't really know either. But I was just trying to see how my iPad would sort of just run on the gaming. And I was just playing around with graphics before and checking if there was any major difference. And if I'm honest, no, there really isn't. There was no lagginess, and I've never really experienced that when it came to gaming on my iPad, if I'm being honest. Also, something I would just like to say is that for majority of Apple like basic iPad models, most of the time they use like a liquid retina display, so I also had that on my old iPad, which is why I didn't really see much of a difference. Okay, so I'm filming this on my iPad right now, as I kind of wanted to show you guys like the quality of the camera itself and also the audio quality as I'm recording as well. But basically I would like to give you guys just a final review of everything in terms of like the new iPad. So like it's really good, like it's reliable, durable, and seems to be very long lasting. And also something that's really good is the battery life. Like I can use this for like a solid 3 hours and it will only be at like 90%, which I find crazy. But also, if you're looking to get this mainly for note taking, especially with school and university, I'll definitely recommend it, because as I explained with the apps before, it's very like easy to use in my opinion. Also, the battery life and the capabilities with the Apple Pencil is honestly great. Like writing feels really smooth, especially if you get like a Paperlike screen protector or a dupe. And also, yeah, there's something like really nice, able to like highlight stuff on notes and able to move around so easily. But as a high school student who has both a laptop and an iPad, I wouldn't recommend using an iPad just solely for school, just because as a music student, our high school requires us to download a specific software that only is able to run to a laptop and not an iPad, so it's essential to have a laptop for that. But lastly, I would just like to talk about just sketching and just drawing on the iPad. It's actually really good. As I mentioned before, the pencil is really smooth, and same goes to when sketching. I'll put a little sketch up there, but I just find it to be like super fun and easy to do. Like it's not as great as having like a drawing tablet, but I find that it's pretty good, and it's really good for like decent quality like drawings and sketches, especially if you get like good apps like Procreate.